Hello and thanks for watching. Today we're going to be building atoms. Now keep in mind you want to have your notes ready because this is going to be really vocabulary heavy today. So let's take the idea of a model first. A model is meant to help us explain the concept of how atoms are put together. They can represent the parts of an atom, but they're not meant to visually show us what atoms look like. Let's move to the periodic table. We'll use boron today as our example. Boron lives right here, and its neighbor is carbon. Here's what we know about boron. It has this 5 up above, and that 5 is the atomic number. We now know that the atomic number 5 is the number of protons. That's kind of like the ID card for the boron. Its chemical symbol, of course, is the letter B. And now we have this other number on the bottom that we'll call the atomic mass. That means if you got all the boron atoms together, you could find their average weight of the atoms. And we find that weight by saying the proton has a mass of 1 or a weight of 1, neutrons have a weight of 1, and electrons are so light they basically have no weight. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to build a boron atom and look at what the electrons are doing. So if we look right down here on this paper, we see a boron has been built for us. We're going to put P equals 5 protons. And remember that atomic mass, 10.81? We round that to the nearest whole number, and that gives us a 6. That tells us there's 5 protons plus 6 neutrons and those two together give us something called the atomic mass number, or we can just call it the mass number. Now, there's electrons that come into play as well. So we're going to build a shell. It has 5 protons, so it will have 5 electrons. Only 2 electrons can fit in the first shell. So we draw that electron and that electron. Now 3 more to go. So we have 5 electrons on this boron atom. So let's do a quick review. All boron atoms have 5 protons, and most of them have 6 neutrons. Those that don't will be talked about in another video. Today our job was to build a model of an atom that will help us explain all the parts of an atom. But we could never really represent an atom on paper. The drawing would be much too small to fit. These are the definitions: number of protons, protons plus neutrons, abbreviation for an element name, and average weight of an atom. So pause the video right here and review. If you said the abbreviation for an element name is the chemical symbol, then you are correct. If you said the average weight of an atom is its atomic mass, that is correct. If you said the number of protons is the atomic number, then that is correct. If you say adding up protons and neutrons is the mass number, then that is correct.